Damian, a performance that felt like it deserved the win today, but in the end just a few things went against us.
Yeah, I mean, my overriding kind of feelings are I'm incredibly gutted for the boys because I thought they put in a hell of a performance. They didn't get the rewards they deserved. Forces beyond our control took a lot of that out of us. Obviously, there's stuff that we could do better. There's a few details and a few discipline bits and pieces that maybe kind of cost us a little bit of the game, but I think obviously one of the major things that cost us was obviously something we couldn't control, and that's kind of where we're at the moment. I mean, in some ways I'm really proud to be playing a team like Sale, and being absolutely gutted that we didn't get the win, which just shows how far we've kicked on from last year. And as I say, the boys thoroughly deserved that win. It was just taken off them, unfortunately.
Two outstanding tries as well today from Alex Ducker, but some just fantastic play all round really, so you must be really encouraged despite the fact that there is that disappointment, but it is a really encouraging day.
Yeah, I mean, what encourages me the most isn't obviously things like Ducks' tries, etc., and the maul is always, it's the stuff that everyone sees, but what I'm most pleased about today was our attitude, and that was kind of exemplified at our breakdown work. It's been an area that we've been trying to sharpen up on for a couple of weeks now, and I think the attitude and the kind of the ferocity which the guys attack the breakdown, it just speaks volumes for kind of where we can push ourselves as a team, and it's one of those areas that just exemplifies this performance really.
It was a strong start to the second half in particular. We gained a lot of territory. There was obviously a few scrums on halfway. It was a bit broken up. Aside from a couple of elements that obviously were out of your control today, was there anything in there that you look back on and think that maybe that could have tightened things up a little bit for you today?
Obviously have to go back and watch the tape and see kind of if there's anything that we as I say, could have done better, any details, etc. But I think actually the way we managed the game, generally speaking, was pretty good. I think it was the right call from the guys to keep going for the corner. Obviously two mauls which were flying over at a rate of knots and have somehow been called as held up, cost us as well. But once again, I think we did the right thing there in terms of actually we scored the try when all's said and done. It's just, obviously, it's just a shame we didn't get over the line, really.
Conrad made an appearance today, one of your new signings over the summer. How did he get on?
Yeah, he was good. So obviously we had Conrad. Tom Petty made his first appearance as well, which was, really good for us. Obviously he's been champing at the bit for a while now to get on. So that was really pleasing. Obviously Oscar made his first start. So it's a really good sign for us where we're hopefully going to be pushing ourselves to go, is that we've got these players who can come on and contribute and really start to push things forward, and obviously it's a good moment for them to actually get that first league game under their belts.
I was going to ask about Tom separately just there, because I saw him, he had a big smile on his face after the game, so he enjoyed his debut, and obviously Oscar as well. A little bit late, a bit of a late addition I think to the starting lineup, Oscar.
Yeah, I think so. We had a couple of guys, obviously Isaac went down in training on Thursday, so during the team run. And then we had a couple of niggles here and there that we were a little bit unsure about, but obviously that's why the boys had to shift around. But obviously having had the issues last week, we're kind of used to that.
How impressed were you as well today with the performance over the course of the 90 minutes? Because it felt a lot more consistent, whereas if it's fair to say there was points last season where it took a while to get into the game, or it would be a solid start and then it would drop off a little bit, but today it did feel like it was just 80 minutes of consistent performance out there.
Yeah, that's how I view it. I mean, you've got to remember that obviously Sale are at the top of the table for a reason, because they're a good side, and to run them that close despite everything is really impressive, and it's just it's hopefully a sign of where we're heading, because obviously there was a lot of learning from last year, a lot of issues we had to deal with, and hopefully that we're at the stage now where we can take those on board and actually kick on.
And just a word about the support as well today from Brickfield's first home league game of the season, so it's always going to be a big atmosphere, and in the end they've helped us to 2 points today. Yeah,
100%. I mean, 9 points from the opening 3 games is really good going, when you bear in mind just having a look back at the start from this year, and obviously within that there's been 2 away games, two away games as well, so we're on a good track, and obviously the fans contribute massively to that. We were all very grateful for the support that we get, and it does make a massive difference, and it makes playing here so special.
Back on the road again next weekend, when we don't get to be here an awful lot at the start of the season, but again, just going onto the road again, as you say, 9 points on the board, so it must give you that confidence and that momentum as well going into another Rory Trophy,
Well,
hopefully this time.
Yeah, I'd like to think the boys can actually look themselves, in the mirror, in each other's eyes in the change rooms now, and actually realise that we are good enough to actually do some things in this league, and that we shouldn't fear going to wherever it is in this league and on away games. We should be confident in our performance, because a lot of what we do, without being too simplistic, relies on us and how we turn up and how we play. And if we turn up and we play as we did today, there's very few teams in the league who are going to be able to live with us. So we are on the right track. There's still obviously a long way to go. There's a lot of building, a lot of work to do, but it's all positive so far.
A few beers tonight?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Thanks.
No worries. Thank you.
Thanks very much for that, Damian.